What's up YouTube, it's Authentic. Today I've got a new video for you guys. Now this is a Cupidus Venus net crit guide. Now on my last arena video I did say that I would love to test this team out. However, I don't have Cupidus, I do have Venus, I do have net crit, but I'm still missing a Cupidus on my own account. So Legend reached out to me, so shout out NY Legend. He's the leader of Mad Dawn. So he messaged me and he said that he has Cupidus on his own account if I would like to come onto his account, do some test runs, play around with the team a bit, and if I want to do a guide as well, he'd be okay with that. So he's allowed me to come onto his account. Now I have been running this team quite a bit. I've been playing this team for the last 3 days. And I want to go over what it's strong against and what it's weak against, how you can use this team, how you can build this team, and how effective it is in the current meta and the current teams that we are facing in Platinum Arena or Gold 5 or wherever you might be. Now, I've made sure I pushed up to pretty high in Platinum. We are in second position right now. I have this in Defense 2. So this is the main team. We have Cupidus in lead because we all know his counter attack. So just a quick refresher, if you don't know about his kit, every time he gets hit, he will counterattack with his A1. He will inflict 25% more damage on all of his abilities. And if Venus is on the same team, he will then counterattack every time he's attacked. And his A1 also has an increased damage by 15%. It is a ton of damage. His other abilities hit really hard, as you'll see. And to put a cherry on top of the cake, we have him at +4, so you know he's going to be doing incredible amount of damage. In the second position, we have Mithrala. Now we have Mithrala, who's fantastic in this team. She can quite easily build her with enough resistance so she doesn't get locked out by Warlords or Yumikos and doesn't get CC'd as often as other champions. So you'll always have the cleanse available if you need the cleanse, and if you don't need the cleanse, you'll go for the increased attack on him, on all of the team, and increased defense. So fantastic second position champion. We then have Venus in the team. She is enabling Cupidus' passive by being on the team, and also she has a strip in her kit. So whenever she takes a turn, she'll be able to strip any of the buffs enemy team puts on themselves. Now it isn't really necessary for you to get this ability off. However, it's nice when it happens. You'll see we go up against some teams who have a lot of buffs, and even with their buffs, even if our Venus gets locked out by a Warlord, we'll be completely fine beating them down through their buffs because Cupidus just does that much damage. She also has a chance to proc an extra turn, 50% chance, and then she can do decreased defense and weaken. And then we have possibly the best champion for arena offense and defense, which is Necrit. His ally attack, his ally protection, his shielding, the way he keeps Cupidus alive is incredible. So this team is really well put together. Now let's go ahead and see what we can fight. Now we'll go against a clanmate of mine, Dibs. He's running a pretty strong team. He has a Candraphon, he has a Mithrala, and he has a Lockout. Now I'm not assuming he'll be running this in Arena Reset, but it's a pretty strong defense for something that people will put in midweek. Now here you can see we are managing to get through the team fairly easily. We've killed off everything. Now we're just waiting for Necrit's ally protection, or stone skin I should say, and now that his stone skin's fallen off, we should be looking to take them out. Cupidus probably will do another A1 and that should be it. There we go, nice and easy, 32 seconds. We move on. Bit of a problematic team. He had Warlord there, but we're not worried about Warlord since we're only trying to proc A1. We can't get locked out, or we shouldn't get locked out on our Mithrala, so if she gets a turn she'll be able to do increased attack for us, and then we'll be able to get going with our damage. As long as we're getting hit, we should be fine. First problem for this team, Mortu-Macaab. You do not want to face Mortu-Macaab with this team, because when his peril procs, he would target the champion with the lowest HP, and on our team it would always be Cupidus, because we want the ally protection to go onto Cupidus from Necrit. So Mortu-Macaab, the first sign that you want to stay away from, or the champion you want to stay away from, is Mortu-Macaab. If you are seeing more Mortu-Macaab in arena defenses these days, I'm assuming it's there to counter this offense, because it can be pretty strong, pretty consistent, and pretty fast. So that's why you're seeing a lot of Mortu-Macaabs in Arena Reset right now, because people are trying to adjust to this offense. Now we have a single target Rotos. A +4 Rotos would most likely go through your ally protection and kill your champion. Now I know this Rotos, I know he hits really hard. However, we are going to test it. We want to find out how much damage this Rotos is going to do to us. I'm assuming that he should be one-shotting us. The only thing I would say is we have a shield set net crit, and we have strengthen, and we have ally protection. However, we all know what Rotos can do. I'm really curious to see what happens. I don't think I've taken this fight before, or I would have known. So let's go ahead and jump into the fight. This Rotos should have increased attack on him. We'll see if he does or not. No, he won't have increase. Well, he does have increased attack, and he did not do enough damage. Now, we were expecting this Rotos to do a fair amount of damage, which he did, but it wasn't enough to get through our ally protection and kill us. So now we're trying to kill Rotos as soon as we can. As you can see, he's also protected by net crit, so it's a bit of an issue trying to kill him. And his passive is another thing that's pretty good. You can't do more than 50% on him. We are trying to get him down. He should now be going down with the rest of his team. So there we go, 35 seconds. So as you see, a single target increase attack Rotos, which is +4, wasn't able to one-shot our Cupidus with the ally protection that we had on. Now, if there was a Kymar on this team, that would be a different situation, because Kymar strips our shield away, Kymar strips our strengthen away, and all of a sudden the damage is very, very real. The damage that you're going to be taking from a nuker after Kymar takes a turn is very dangerous. So we'll get into some Kymar teams. Now here it is. This is the Kymar team. This is a team I would stay away from, because it has Kymar, it has Valkyrie, which I'm assuming is going to be in Savage, with increased defense from Sifi, should be doing a lot of damage, and she will be putting a big shield on all of her team, which is going to negate our damage that we're able to do. Plus, on top of that, they have Yumiko, who's going to be resetting Kymar and stripping our shield away over and over again, and putting us to sleep as well. So it's a very annoying team. I would not queue into Yumiko and Kymar. I would not queue into Kymar plus nuke champions. This is the sort of combination you want to stay away from. We'll go ahead and take this Rotos team. Another example of a team where Rotos is the main DPS. He's single target, and we'll see if he poses a threat to us. We might just be able to kill him before he actually does his big hit, which is his A3. Let's take a look if he's going to come for us. There he is. No increased attack on him, so we didn't have too much of an issue with him there. And I don't believe this is a +4 Rotos neither. So as long as you're not being stripped, you're okay to face him against Rotos, because the shield set net crit provides so much protection that you're not going to be in much danger. So we're just going to wait for this team to go out. Here we have Swift Parry. No, we just weak hit, and then we have 42 seconds. Nice and easy, really consistent team, pretty fast, auto friendly. You don't really touch anything, you just let the team do its business. So here we have Dasinator with a Kymar, Sifi, Necrit, and Foley. Now, what this team is going to be doing to us, it's going to be stripping off our block debuffs from us and then landing A1 sleep from Sifi. However, Foley has 2 AoEs, so he will be hitting us, but he will be proccing our passive and waking us up at the same time. And there's an AoE that comes out from Kymar. The ally attack also we hitting into Cupidus. So we'll be getting enough counter attacks to kill off this team. So let's take a look. We have Sifi opening, she's going to do increased speed and increased defense. Then Kymar puts us to sleep. Foley wakes us up. Fortunately for us, we go back to sleep, and I believe Kymar will be doing a reset. Foley does his nuke, he wakes us up, and now we want to be able to do enough damage so we can kill off Sifi and Necrit, and now just get rid of the blue champions. Nice and easy, 21 seconds. If this was a more of a scary nuker, it could be a problem where they'd be able to do a lot more damage to us, but it was Foley, so it wasn't too much of a concern. Let's queue into this fight. So here we have a lot of buffs this time. We don't have a lock on enemy team, so our Venus will be able to strip those buffs wherever she can. It's a stone skin Mithrala, she will be doing increase or strengthen and shield. Then we have Leo doing his nuke, not really doing much damage. We have a protection Necrit that landed on Duchess. So we didn't strip off Mithrala, but that's okay. We'll be able to do enough damage there. So that was the increased attack ability, which I believe is the A3 or A2. It's the A2 that does the AoE hit, and the A3 is the one that he does increased attack and then he nukes. Because we're getting increased attack from a Mithrala, we're not really using that ability unless we need to one-shot something in urgency, basically. Now here we don't have a strip, so a team that does not have a strip, nice and easy, just full auto, send it. Even though there will be a big shield coming out from Valkyrie, we're not too concerned. We'll be able to chunk through this shield. We're already broken the shield on most of the champions, or both revivers already. Now we have increased attack. We're just waiting to get hit. This counter attack is now proccing. Everybody's hitting our Mithrala. There's a counter attack that we're going to get. Killed off pretty much all the team. And now we're just waiting for, there it is. Warlord comes, attacks us. 27 seconds, nice and easy. We go next. Here we have a scary nuker, but it is a champion that can weak hit us. We just leave the same team in and we go in for the fight. So assuming increased defense from Sifi, increased speed, sleep from Kymar, then we're gonna see the big nuke. It was a weak hit. If it was a strong hit, it would have been interesting to see if we actually would have got one shot there. But here we see now we have the shield, we have increased defense. We lose our Venus, but that's okay. There we go. Swift parry proc. We're just going to wait for Duchess to do a revive, and then we're going to kill her off too. We have Candrathon doing A1, not onto Cupidus, interestingly. Even though Cupidus is lowest HP, but he went for like a stronger affinity, I'm assuming. There's another nuke from Candy. We're counter-attacking. We've been put to sleep, which is not good. Sifi and Kymar died to the ally attack from Necrit. So there we go again. Another strip nuke team taken care of. So next we have this team, pretty interesting team. It has Mithrala in lead, it has Kimi, it has Necrit, who's going to be ally protecting Trunda, and Trunda's +4, Kimi's +4, and Mithrala is also +4. Now, they will be doing increased attack, I'm assuming, onto Trunda, and Trunda's going to be trying to nuke us. However, there isn't much of a strip. The only strip that's coming out is from Kimi. We'll see what she does. She stripped away, I believe, a shield from us or something from us. Strengthen, I believe she stripped. She's now petrified because of the debuff placed by Mithrala. Here we go with the strip from Cupidus. Strip from Venus. And now, nice and easy, 20 seconds, 19 seconds. We get them killed. If Kimi was able to strip our block debuffs from us, it could have been a different story, because Mithrala then would have landed her hex on us, but we had a cleanse on our team which would be able to get rid of the hex, and then we'd be able to nuke through the team and kill the team anyway. So nice and easy, 19 seconds, under 20 seconds. So the next thing we have is Kymar, Sifi, Hephrak, and Hegemon. Now normally against Hegemon we are pretty strong because we're going to be counter-attacking straight away after the first hit. However, this Hephrak is strong affinity, so it could be that we weak hit and he stays alive. We kill off Hegemon and then he counterattacks. Also, there's going to be a strip this time from Kymar, and then he's going to be hitting us into either no shield or definitely no strengthen. So this is what I would stay away from because of the strip and the pretty strong nuke that's going to come out from Hephrak. But I'll show the fight anyway. I am assuming it's going to be increased speed into strip after the Hegemon nukes. So it was a reaction. Hephrak, he procced his passive. There we have the strip. They don't have increased attack. Well, they do because of his ability, and then he just goes ahead and then he one-shot us. Now, if we had the shield from our Necrit on and there was no Kymar in this team would not be an issue. Hephrak wouldn't be the issue. The problem is the Kymar that's stripping us, and then the damage that's coming out from Hephrak is the reason why our Cupidus is dying, because as you can see, against Rotos, you didn't lose, or we wouldn't lose if we had the shield and strengthen. The Kymar is the bane of this team. If it's a Kymar into a very strong nuke like a Hephrak or like a Rotos or a Trunda, if for some reason somebody's running Trunda on defense, not assuming many people will, but if that's that sort of damage, you could be in trouble, so I would stay away from that. Sifi strip into heavy nukes, not something you want to run in against. A Mortu-Macaab, another thing you don't want to run in against. If we find a Mortu team, we could just show it for the showcase. Let me just refresh. I'm pretty sure we should be able to find a Mortu team. We have Kami here, Kamikaze, strong defense. Not sure if he's going to be running this on reset. Again, if it wasn't for Mortu, we would be absolutely fine. However, I'm expecting 6-piece Stone Skin. The counter attacks got to make us hit him, which is going to fill his passive, fill his turn meter, and enable his peril. So we'll go ahead and showcase this. Increase speed, I'm assuming, into strengthen or a lockout. Then we have the first A1. He did not proc peril the first time. Pretty certain the second time around he will have his peril available. So here we are counterattacking, just fueling up this Mortu-Macaab, and there he goes. He didn't actually one-shot us, which is pretty tragic for a Mortu-Macaab, and we managed to get through this team. Now, interestingly enough, I would have expected a loss. I would still not fight I would still not fight against Mortu-Macaabs on arena defense, because they should be one-shotting you. Now, put it down to our strengthen, our ally protection, our +4 Cupidus, but a Mortu-Macaab should be one-shotting you, no questions asked. Peril, everybody knows it ignores 100% defense. Let's see if we can find a different Mortu-Macaab so we can actually showcase what we're trying to say. The IPR Mortu-Macaab didn't work out. Let's see if the Oni Mortu-Macaab does get it done. We want to showcase basically a Mortu-Macaab will always proc his peril straight into our lowest HP champion, which is our Cupidus. So here we are, no peril proc again. I don't understand what these builds are. Another Mortu-Macaab is down. I still stick by it. I don't know if this was a 4-piece stone skin Mortu-Macaab. Pretty tragic builds. Don't know what to tell you guys. You should be running 6-piece Mortu-Macaabs, and they should be doing enough damage to kill a Cupidus. Another Mortu-Macaab, trying 3rd time's a charm. Please, just I'm trying to make a point. Help me out. 6-piece stone skin, first check, good. You always want to run 6-piece stone skin on Mortu-Macaab because you want to safely get off two peril procs, so you can kill off 2 things. He's not proc peril. Mortu's having a day off. I don't know what to say. He doesn't want to proc peril. He doesn't want to showcase what he can do. He's being a bit of a bum. I just want a peril. I just would like a peril to proc and kill us. Okay. Now, we still have Veil. They still have Veil. So there is a chance this Mortu-Macaab survives and he kills us. There is still a chance he procs peril and he kills us. Okay. So no peril procced on this 6-piece stone skin Mortu-Macaab because I am getting lucky or unlucky, however you want to see it. I can't find a Mortu that will kill us. Oni is running a 4-piece. I want to test if he's actually running a 4-piece or not. Last one, come on. Is he running 4-piece stone skin? He is running 4-piece stone skin. Definitely want 6-piece, but it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. Can we get a peril proc from Mortu? There it is. Thank you. That's what will happen against a properly built Mortu-Macaab. If he's in 6-piece stone skin, if he's in 4-piece stone skin, your chances of losing are way too high. At platinum or any point, even if you're lower than platinum, but if you are in platinum, you can't have that happen to you. And now we have no DPS. We can't basically make it through. We don't have enough damage. That's what should be happening. We made it through 3 fights. However, it's not a consistent thing that you want to do. Not a consistent fight that you want to take. So I would stay away from Mortu-Macaabs. You wouldn't get as lucky as I did in those past 3 fights, but you want to make sure you have the highest chance of winning. So stay away from Mortus because they will just peril you. You can use a different team for Mortus. There's plenty of teams out there that you can use to kill off Mortus. Now, wasn't expecting that to be 4 fights to find or make the point about Mortu. So what we'll do is we'll find 1 or 2 more fights to leave it on a plus note. We'll fight this team as we haven't fought it yet. Again, an annoying team. We have Necrit, we have Mithrala, we have Candraphon, and we have a Sifi for the revive and block debuffs. We're not too concerned. We just want to get hit so we can counterattack and hit them and kill them off. We have a strip on our team because they do not run a lockout. So our Venus will be running up and doing a strip on them, and then we'll be able to continue doing damage. We've pretty much, as you can see, already done most of the damage without even stripping any buffs. So buff strip isn't really necessary. Even if they were running Warlord, as you'll see in this last team, they're running Warlord, they're going to probably lock us out. It's not going to be an issue. We're going to hit through the ally protection, we're going to hit through the veils and everything else. So it's not something we're too concerned about. Stone skin, we can't hit through stone skin, we'll just have to let it wear off. Duchess to take a turn, and then we'll be able to start pumping out some more damage. Here we go, A1, and now we have a heal come out from Warlord, a counterattack from our Cupidus. Pretty tanky team on opponent's team, but it's fine. We should be able to get through it. Just need a few more champions to attack our Cupidus. There we go, and we're just gonna A1 and then kill them off within 40 seconds. Nice and easy, 100%, no need to worry. Warlord, Candrathon, anything. If there's no strip, there's no concern. Normally with a Yoshi team, if you were getting locked out, you were basically losing the fight, but against this, with this team, you will not be losing. Let's take one last fight and then we'll call it there with this +3 Rotos. I'll show you the gears and show you the builds on these champions. +4 Cupidus, as you would expect, does have a amazing amount of stats. He is built really well, but as you can see, we are pretty much doing a lot of damage. We are probably overshotting a lot of teams and doing way more damage than we need to, so it's not necessary to build this much damage, but if you have it, it's great. He doesn't need any speed, since he wants to be slow and keep his buffs for as long as possible and only counterattack, so you can build him with a lot of damage, as you can see. Now before I show you the builds, let me just quickly show you the presets that we're running on this team. So the presets I have currently set out, I've turned off Flame Out because we're getting increased attack from Mithrala, so I'm just using the A2 AoE, which is the higher multiplier than the A1. So opener, A2, and then into Heartbreaker. You can set this to priority 2 because you always just want to do this. The multiplier, the damage on this ability is more. Even though this has another 15% damage, the Flames of Passion just does more damage. It's a higher multiplier. I have Sigil of Toxic Glory to open with, so I want her to do increased attack and increased defense as opener. If I do find there to be a sleep and I wanted to cleanse the sleep, I can then manually go into removes or debuffs from all allies and then place strengthen. Because with Rei, sometimes when you're asleep, she doesn't decide to cleanse and actually does increase attack and increase defense. And sometimes when you're not asleep, she doesn't do increased attack, she just cleanses you instead. So to get around the kind of janky AI, I always make sure I open with Sigil of Toxic Glory for increased attack. And if I see a debuff, I just do A3 manually. We have Venus at A4 opener for the strip, and then A2 if she procs an extra turn, she can land decreased defense and weaken. And then Necrit, we have ally attack as priority, so he can always take Cupidus and do the A1 with Cupidus, so we can do a bit more damage. So those are the presets I've set. Now quickly we'll show you how the defense did. I'll show you the defense log. Here we have a few people attacking us. Somebody's attacked us with a single Rotos. Here we have a bomb team that is pretty good. I wouldn't recommend running this team on arena defense, but I'm just saying if you was to run it, this is some sort of visualization as what kind of teams can hit you. We have a bomb team that's been successful. We have another bomb team that was successful. We have this guy trying bombs, it didn't work out. This guy with Mortu couldn't kill us. Single Rotos. So this is how our defense did. So it did pretty decent on defense. If I was running it on Arena Reset, I would probably drop Mithrala for a lockout champion, but that's just up to your preference. So those are mostly the fights I wanted to showcase. Let me show you the builds, what we are running. So these are the builds. Starting with Venus, we have 6-piece Stone Skin. We have her in Stone Skin, Survivability and Accuracy is the main thing we want to go for. We have 87,000 HP. We have 3.4k defense. She is a +4 Venus. However, she doesn't need any speed. What I would recommend is Stone Skin 6-piece, accuracy above 500 or 600, and then rest in survivability. This one being a +4, she has over 700 accuracy, but again, like I said, her strip isn't necessary. You do not need her strip for every single team, or even when there's buffs, you should be able to just blast through them. But if you have the accuracy there, it's a nice thing to have. So survivability and accuracy is what you want on Venus. You want her to be faster than Cupidus, but because they both have cycle of revenge, it's fine. Sometimes they will jump ahead of each other. Cupidus, we're not really looking too much into survivability, although it's nice. You can put some survivability on him. You can glyph up the HPs and defense percentages, but you can see 8k attack, 316 crit damage, 154 speed. Now, again, +4 stats, incredible stats, really solid, really strong. Savage, cruel on this champion. Amazing stats. You don't need him to be this strong, but if he is, it's a bonus. Mithrala, we have her in 4-piece stone skin, and we have her with accuracy and resistance to make sure her resistance mounts up to 900 resistance. That's what I would say is around about the safe mark for anything that doesn't, for any champion that doesn't have increased accuracy. 900 resistance is fine. If there is a champion that's 850 accuracy, he might have a chance to locking you out or doing a debuff to you, but in my opinion, 900 resistance is enough. If they're running increased accuracy with debuffs, that's too bad. You're probably at that point going to get locked out. But again, if she gets locked out, it's not too much of an issue. If they're running an increased accuracy champion, the chances are they're not running the strip that you're worried about. So yeah, 900 resistance is what I would say, a combination of accuracy and resistance. Everybody knows her passive, so I won't go over that. 250 speed is nice, and survivability, the rest of the stats. And the neck rate, shield set, high HP, decent amount of defense wherever you can get it. So this is 4k defense, 117 HP, 117k HP, slowish speed. You want it to be slower than your Nuka. It doesn't really matter, even if he was a little bit faster, but it's nice. His reaction will stay out for longer and he won't die. Resistance, I wouldn't bother with resistance. Offense, shield set, neck crit, you want high HP and a decent amount of defense, and then maybe be slower than your Nuka. That is those champions. I'll quickly go over Cupidus's masteries. I've tried a few different things. You can also try whatever you think is best. For the defense tree, we'll start with, we took the standard, tough skin and blast proof. We took resurgent, we took delay death, and then we took the Terminator boost. With Cycle of Revenge. We didn't take any of the counterattacks, obviously. On the offense side, we've taken crit rate because we needed it for the build. Shield Breaker is a good mastery, but I was testing out with Heart of Glory, and we could not make it to both sides because of the crit rate we've taken. I've taken Life Drinker because it's nice when he gets low HP, or if there is a team that's bringing you down to low HP, every time he counterattacks, he kind of pushes his HP up. We have Single Out, which is going to do more damage against low HP champions. More damage to champions with a higher HP. Cycle of Violence is nice because when he counterattacks, he can reduce the cooldowns. So before he gets a turn, he can get back to that. Kill Streak, A1 extra damage, and Helm Smasher, always good on Nukas. So those are the masteries. I'll quickly show you the other masteries on the other champions. These are Venus masteries, these are Mithrala masteries, and this is the Necroc masteries. So let me know what you guys think of this team. Let me know what you guys think of the offense. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Again, big shout out to NY Legend, the leader of Mad Dawn. Thank you for letting me on. Insane account, insane champions. I've had a bunch of fun over the last 3 days, so thank you so much for letting me do this, and I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Peace.